head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Mind Management. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're taking people's minds and messing with it. We're going to be looking at all sorts of weird landmarks like a thought shield umbrella or hallucinogenic torches, and we're going to be trying to recruit people to this crazy world called Mind Management where the rogue agents are trying to stop us. This is a hidden movement game, one versus many. Let me show you how it works. I'll see you on the other side. Mind Management has two different ways to play, a training mission and the full mission. I'm going to show you the training mission first. One player is the recruiter and they're going to be doing hidden movement on a board behind a shield. All the other players are going to be collectively the rogue agents. The recruiter is trying to get all 9 recruits out and they win, or they're trying to make sure that they don't get captured by the 1400, which essentially is the 14th movement or turn of theirs, where the rogue agents are just trying to capture them before either of those two things happen. At the beginning of the game, the recruiter is actually going to show them where they started. So they know that they started there at 1, this first move. And this player, again, secretly behind their shield, is not only just starting where they told the other players they started, but they can move only orthogonally, and they're going to go up to their first 5 turns. Now, there's going to be different things circled on this map. These are the things that you're trying to get the recruiters to come out. Now, here are the 3 items that we're trying to get to that I had just circled on the board, and they're random. So here we have the hallucinogenic torches, we have the reconnaissance parrot, and lastly, we have the thought shield umbrella. I love the names of the features in this game. And to make it easier to see, I've circled these on the map so that this player knows where they're trying to reach to bring the recruiters out. So in setup, we've actually been able to go 5 spots. And well, look, we've been able to go to 2 different things that we have circled, so we'll be able to put 2 recruits out. So again, from the supply, we've placed 2 of them here. These people now know between my 1st and 5th move, where I started in my 4th move after that, I have touched 2 of those. So they're gonna try to figure out where I've been and which of the features that I'm trying to get to. Now the way it works is, the recruiter is going to take an action and they're going to move. So I'm going to do my 6th move right here, and guess what? We've been there, but we're not going to tell them that we've gotten another recruit yet. Because in the beginning of this turn, each sort of bigger round has 2 turns there. So here we've done our move, we've gone to 6, and so the rogue agents, any 2 of them are going to be able to do their actions. We'll go over those actions in a moment, but then I'm going to go to my next one. I'm going to go 7. Now this is cool because these are the only spots in the game that allow you to go diagonally. So I can come into diagonally or leave diagonally because I might go over here next or I might go over here next. And when I do that, you'll notice that this is red. It's an alert. So now I must put here how many recruits I've gotten on both of these turns. So I've gotten 1. They don't know whether I reached them on this turn or this turn. They just know I've gotten 1. And now the other 2 rogue agents that didn't take their turn here will take their turn. And you keep doing this. I make a move, 2 of theirs make a move. I make a move and then tell how many I've recruited, 2 of theirs make a move. We keep doing this all the way through the game, so let's tell you what the rogue agents are doing. And they can move up to 2 spaces, also orthogonal, and then they take an action. One of the actions is to ask, and there's cards for each of these so that the players can see what their options are. This one chooses a feature of where they're at and asks if the recruit has visited any locations with that feature. So they might say, coffee cup. Have you visited any coffee cups? Then the other player's going to look at their board, and they know that they've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've been there. They know they were there, and they've been to 1 coffee cup. Now, if they had been to more than 1 coffee cup, they'll still just put it on 1 of these, but they won't, they don't tell them they've been to more than 1. But in this case, this is the only one they've been to. And so they have to place 1 step token where they've been. So these people know that the player has been here. Again, if they had been to more than 1 of these, they place this on any one of them, but they don't say that they've been to more than 1. So now that they know that this player's been here. Now the only note taking that they can do is using these. Now this is a white one, which means it's unconfirmed. They say that, you know what, we know that this player's been here between turns 4 and 7, because if they started here at 1, they could have went 2, 3, 4, they could have went 2, 3, 4, and we know that they've had 7 turns over there, so we know this is like their note taking there. Now a different action you could take, let's say this player hadn't taken their action yet, they moved to here by moving up to 2, and let's say that where there's a footprint, they could say, you must reveal when you were here. And so now the player has to, tell the truth and say, I was here on my 4th turn. So now they know that he went 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. But now, so he was here on the 4th turn. And they're trying to think, well, where did they go? He could have went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. They could be here, could be over here. So then they'd start, they could take those white notepads and they can kind of make sort of notes as to where they are. Could be 4, 5, 6, 7. They could be here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be here. So they're trying to work out where they might be. But they also know from 1 through 5, they picked up 2 of these. So once they learn the exact route they took, they'll start to narrow down which one of these things most likely are the things that they're going for, one of the 3, and that will help them decide where they think they're going in the future. And the last action you can take possibly is capture. So you're either asking, revealing, or capturing. And again, you'd move, and if you're there, you say, I'm trying to capture, and if you're actually where they are, the rogue agents win the game. Otherwise, the recruiter's trying to get all those recruits out before they get to the end of the 14th to win. Now, once per game, the recruiter can use this little token called the Mind Slip. And the recruiter secretly gets one of these 2 cards, just to show you what they do. The Mind Slip allows you to move 2 in any orthogonal direction or 2 diagonally. So let's say in this game, this was the card they were randomly given. So let's say this is what our board looked like when we got here, and we're gonna say, okay, so now we're here. We're at 9 because we went 2 to the left from 8. Now, one constraint of this is you can never go to the same square twice. So I could never have doubled backed on any of my things. You have to always go to a square you've never been before, and it makes it really tough on the recruiter. And then you would put the mind slip so they know what move you actually did it in. That's pretty much the entire sort of tutorial mission. Now in the standard length game, it could go all the way up to the 16th turn. Also, there's 12 recruits that they must get instead of the 9 in the training tutorial. The rogue agents put out 5 mayhem tokens, which basically block movement from going in different spots. And the recruiter actually gets these immortals. There's actually 4 of them that they place on the board. And there's a second mind slip that gets placed on the board from the rogue agents. And when the recruiter gets this, they're gonna be able to use it a second time. But once you go there as a recruiter, you don't take this and move it. You only remove it when you use it, so they don't know exactly when you were there. Also now, each of the rogue agents has a special ability where they act differently than everybody else, and you can also get allies that allow you to do different things as well. In addition, 2 more feature cards are face up that everyone can see, so the rogue agents know that these are not any of the features that you're going for to get the recruits, so they know that I'm not really going for the bus or the coffee. It helps them narrow things down. But to balance that out, the recruiter does not say where they started the game from, unlike the beginner mission. But if you do recruit by doing that by one of these cards, that card will get discarded, and then a new one will come out towards the end of your turn, which means they're gonna have more information, the bad guys, as to which thing you're not going for. So it helps you, but at the same time it hurts you. Now on the recruiter's turn, they're also moving these immortals, and they're moving them up to 1 spot, 1 of them. And this is important because if they're on a spot with a rogue agent, that rogue agent cannot do the ask, reveal, or capture actions. So they're sort of stopping them from taking some of those actions. Also, if the recruit's able to get 2 different immortals in a spot that matches one of the face-up feature cards, they're able to get a recruit. That's what they're trying to do to win the game, is get all the recruits out. And the recruiter can add a step token to a place that they've already been and move a mortal again, or another one. Now on the rogue agent's turn, if they have an agent in the same spot of a mortal, they can choose any feature on the board regardless if it's here or not, and ask them if it's one of the 3 secret features behind their shield that they're trying to get to in order to bring out recruits. So if this player said, I think maybe you're looking for the stopping umbrellas, and they go, yep, that was one of the ones. And now the recruiter can no longer get recruits by that. So those were pretty much the main differences between the 2 ways of playing the game. There's a lot more going on that I didn't mention, but those are the main rules. There's a lot of little rules I didn't cover. Now, I have the Kickstarter edition, and it looks like this. Now, the regular edition also comes with this, but it just doesn't come in such a nicely packaged material. This is called the shift system. And this allows you to sort of change the game and different balancing. Like one side is the rogue agents and this side is the recruiters. And basically the side that lost the previous game chooses any number of modules. It could be 0, some, or all that were previously opened. And it's basically going to help the other team, and there's different cards in there, different components. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's different things in there that change the game and add more rules to the game that help balance it better for the other team. And so, for example, here it is for the rogue agents. There's really a lot going on here and so much more you can add to the game. My Management has fantastic production. Now, the version I showed you was the Kickstarter version, and I have seen the retail version. And yes, the Kickstarter version is a lot nicer with all the wooden pieces and all the extra components set for that shift system, but even the regular version has great production, and the art just looks so cool, and just the idea and the theme of this is just so kind of interesting and funny. I know it's been like based on like a comic series, I believe, but It's just great production, cool, unique, interesting theme for sure for a hidden movement game, I think. I love the funny names of the landmarks, like the hallucinogenic torches or the thought shield umbrella. And they're just fun to like say and giggle as you do it. I love that there's two ways to play. You've got the training mission and you have the full game. More on that in just a moment. But that training mission is very streamlined. If you like a streamlined hidden movement game, that is a good version of it. In fact, spoiler, I actually like that version better than the full version. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But it's very streamlined, as you saw. I like that you're limited to, you can't go where you've been before as the one that's doing the hidden movement. So you're trying to figure out, I gotta go over here. I can't go over there because I've already been there. Maybe I can slip over there. But you don't want to get yourself boxed in a corner. And I like that because that restriction makes it very tense for that player, which is what it should feel like for a hidden movement game. I like that you're giving info only every 2 turns. So it's like, oh, I've done these 2 turns and I got 2 recruits. Good luck trying to figure out where I got them from. And it's not every turn, it's every 2 turns, so it gives a little bit more intrigue. It works really well. I like that special movement that you can do with the mind slip, but they're not sure which one you did. Did you do the move straight up and down or left and right, orthogonal, or did you use the diagonal one? You were delivered one of those randomly at the beginning of the game. They don't know which one you have, but they know what's the 2 possibilities, and that's a cool part too. This game sort of feels familiar, yet it still feels fresh and unique at the same time. Like it feels like a familiar hidden movement game, generally speaking, but yet it still does things differently, and I like that aspect of it. I also really like the extra modules for the advanced play. This could give you tons of replayability if you like the heavier things with more mechanisms in there. I think because of all this, and because of the 2 different ways to play, I think this is the Swiss Army knife of hidden movement games. Because you could play it very light with that training mission, and it's very streamlined and it's very easy to get into, and the rules of not a lot of overhead. That's the way I prefer my hidden movement games to be. But if you like the sort of more like Fury of Dracula, if you like to have a lot of stuff bolted on, a lot of mechanisms and a lot of things to keep track of, if you like that sort of thing with your hidden movement games, then you're probably gonna like the full mission better. And I like that this is kind of can cater to 2 different players. For me, the standard game just had too many little rules, especially when you start putting in the special abilities. Sometimes they're persistent, and sometimes you forget about them. Between that, and there was just too many little things going on for me that I like my, like I said, I like my hidden movement games to be very streamlined, so I like the other one better. The standard game was just too almost like too many rules for me. And I would like to see, and I guess you could kind of Frankenstein it, but I would like to see a rule set for sort of like a medium level. Not the training mission, not the one with all the extra rules and stuff, but maybe take out the special abilities of the rogue agents. Maybe, you still don't give them where your starting location is. Maybe, you don't have all these extra things going on, but one level more. I would have loved to have seen like a medium road thing where it's like, it's not the training mission, but it's not really the full one either. And I guess kind of that's what they thought that was, because you're going to continue to add more and more stuff. I would have liked to see them peel that back a little bit more and just have it like a next step up instead of like having that much stuff going on. But that's just me. You might like all that stuff. But for me, I like the streamlined version better. If you're looking for hidden movement, I think whether you like streamlined or things with lots of mechanisms and things to remember, I think it's got a game in there for everybody. So if you like hidden movement, this is a fresh take with a cool theme. That's mind management. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.